All right, on today's episode of Python Papi, we're back inside our TensorFlow course, and we did finish up our validating and testing module. Let's go over what we went over before we moved on to a new module. Now, the last thing we did here is we actually ran our Y test. Let me actually do some reading for you so we can see exactly why we ran our Y test. 1 second, let me see exactly. Okay, so now we will compare this X test prediction to the price that the data has given us. Since we know the actual car price, we can compare it to the predicted car price. So let's take a look at Y test 0 and check out the value. And this is how we're going to run it. Y test index 0 in our data preparation file. That is overhead. I'll give you a look at it really quickly. That's just this right here. That's how we're going to do it. We're going to start compiling it so it can be ready for us sometime today. Yeah, let's go back over to our validating and testing. Yeah, so this is how we ran it. And this was the output here that I got the first time I ran it. I got 191,566. So notice that we have a huge value of 191,000. That's completely different than the price of 9,000 that we got from our X test. So we're going to go ahead and move on to our next module called corrective measures. And that's exactly why we're going to move over to this module. We're going to see why that's happening. So here we will go over corrective measures for our predictions. Our poor model performance actually has a name. It's called underfitting. Normally, our validation loss should be above our training loss, but in some cases, it is below the training loss. When that happens, we want to modify our models so that we can have better loss values. We want to reduce our loss values as much as we can. In order to do this, we will need to make our models more complex. Now that's why I stopped for the day. I didn't want to move too far into the new module while still being fresh out of the old module. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. But as soon as everything starts running, I'm going to show those prices. Even though I did show you them already, I want to show you them in live time so we can get a feel for how things work. So again, these prices are going to differ. They're going to differ from this price right here since I actually ran it. Every time we run it, it's going to come up with a different price. The predictions change slightly every time we run them, but it should still be close to this actual price here. So our X test is going to be around the 9,000 mark, and our Y test should be around this 191,000 mark. Huge difference. So there's a huge value losses between the two. And I'm guessing the corrective measures module is going to dive deeper into that and show us how to actually fix that and remedy that problem by making our models more complex, apparently. But yeah, this should be our plots coming up. I can get an open and close those. First set of plots. Get things running again. And things are moving along smoothly. We are learning a lot, and we are putting this knowledge to use. And again, I'm not rushing through everything. I could have started the corrective measures all the way today, but again, I don't want to just be speed rushing through the modules. I want to make sure I have a grasp of everything before I move forward. So that's why I just started it to get things moving, and tomorrow we'll freshly dive into it all the way to see exactly what's going on with these predictions and actual prices. So our second set of plots should be popping up soon. We can open and close those, and then we can get to the pricing. I guess I can move this up, right? Tick tock, 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 tick tock. And it should be it here. Okay. First plot, second plot. Now we should be able to run through everything else. Okay, so as you can see, like I said, our X test was around the 9,000 mark. And again, so the Y test came back the exact same price. So maybe that Y test is the actual price. I'm not sure, but yeah, you can see there's a huge difference between the two prices. So we have 8,992 for our X test. For our Y test, we have 191,566. So yeah, that's a huge difference between the two prices. And tomorrow we're going to dive into corrective measures, and that should help us figure out exactly what's going on and again how to remedy that problem. And of course, I'll keep you posted every step of the way. But for now, this is the Python Papi. You guys stay Gucci.